Welcome to my Hebrew channel, Miel, Hebrew Honey. We're looking at Psalm 145, verse 14, which begins with Samach. And in this particular passage, the passage does use very much an original meaning of this particular word, or of this particular letter. And this letter of the Hebrew alphabet has very definite roots or very definite beginning. And when we look to that, it helps us understand very clearly as to what we're looking at. It's a very interesting connection here. So let's go to the study. Shomech Jehovah lekol ha-nofelim ve'zukef lekol ha-kafufim. It's an E here. Kefufim. Samach begins with a Samach. Samach, the letter that we understand right now, or the way we use it, the form that we're using now is a round circle. Let's compare it right here. We got a mem final here with Samach here. This is a mem, normal mem, and the mem final, the final mem, is quite a bit more square, whereas the Samach is round. And it's this is the form that we have today. Dead Sea Scrolls was again a circular thing, quite similar to what we have, but often left open. I think sometimes closed, but often left open. But again, the circular form of it. This then is post-exilic. Pre-exilic was very much a pole with some cross beams on it, and this was the kind of pole that you use to hold something up, a staff, something that supported something that held something up, that held things up in the air. So that's what this particular pole or staff symbolized. And then getting back to the Samach, way back is a fish, but this one's back to the Gezer calendar. It's a little bit further back. Again, still a pole with some supporting things on it. So as an object, it was very much something that held something up, that supported something, that gave it strength, gave it rigidity, or gave it strength. So, this switch from here to here, a little hard to follow. I mean, it's it's still the Samach. So this is Samach, and so Jehovah upholds. In other words, and incidentally, we won't find the Samach as an object. We do find it quite often, I think more than 50 times, as a verb, holding something. Begins a whole lot in the law, where the person giving a sacrifice, or the priest giving a sacrifice, holds his hand on the head of the animal that's being sacrificed to symbolize the movement of the sin, the guilt of the sin to the animal that's being sacrificed. So that's how it's used. Used approximately 10 times in the Psalms, and used almost exclusively as the good Lord, Jehovah, upholding and giving strength, giving backbone to his people, to those who are fallen. Those who are fallen, he lifts them up and gives them strength. So again, very much a good connection with what the original root meaning of this particular letter, this consonant, was. Incidentally, the consonant has no syntactic use. It's just absolutely complete. When you see it, you've got a root. There it is, Samach. Okay? Samach and Shin are somewhat interchangeable. Shin, Sin is an S. This one's also an S. There are two S's in two letters designating the sound S in the Hebrew language. This is one of them. It's the first one we look at. Shin. The second to last letter in the alphabet is the Sin. In certain words like Nasa, the S and the Shin, just because they're similar in sound, can be used inside of certain words that have a similar meaning, lifting up something. The Nasa, I call those the Nasa verbs, the things that get lifted up. I guess in Samach, yes, that could be understood in that way. Something that's lifted up, yeah, as a verb. Again, as I say, Samach seen quite often in a verbal sense. So somek, you are upholding, you're lifting up, you're placing a some strength, giving me backbone, giving me strength, giving me some scaffolding to hold me up. Okay, to Shomek, Jehovah, Lekol, to all. Again, this is a Kamasatu, this one is as well, to all. Ha Nophalim, Nophalim are to have those who are fallen, okay? The fallen ones, those who are falling. Incidentally, there's another root very similar to this one, but it has quite a bit different meaning. Nephilim are the ones that cause other people to fall. Again, Nephilim, but Nophalim are the ones that are falling. So it's a root that's very similar, but has obviously very much different meanings. There's a sense of being falling, and then there's another sense of those who cause others to fall. So, but this one is the passive, or the reflexive sense of it. Nophalim, those who are falling. Nophalim, those who are coming down under oppression, and this is very much in parallel with this particular word, but we'll get to that connection when we finish this line right here. The zokef, and raises up. Again, we can also use the root meaning of the kof. Kof is something that's a cord that has a knot on the end, and he uses that cord to lift us up, to pull us up from where we're fallen. Okay, so the Lord's very much has a cord that will lift us up, pull us upwards. So zokef, the call to all, ha kefufim, those who are bowed down. We've seen in the study of the kaf. The kaf is the palm of the hand, and when we see this kaf, kofafim, those who come under the oppression or the pressure of the palm of the hand, those who are getting pushed down, those who are being oppressed, those who are being oppressed, depressed, those who are coming under pressure, those who are under emotional pressure, those who are under political pressure, whatever kind of pressure you would want to consider here. But something comes under the hand of something else that's holding them down, that's oppressing them, bowing them down. So be it cares of this world, be it emotional stress, whatever it is, that's bringing us down. The Lord extends his hand and lifts us up, extends his scaffolding and lifts us up, gives us strength. I find it kind of interesting in that the very, I would say it, the very paleographic form of the letter, the shape has somewhat shape of a cross. In other words, when I see this, I go, oh, well, okay, the cross of Christ holds us up, same the way it lifted up Christ for sacrifice. The cross is also a symbol of strength to us. So, come to Jehovah. He lifts us up. If in this day you are feeling oppressed, you're feeling, be it from an emotional state, or be it from whatever things that are happening in your lives, be it family pressures, be it political pressures, be it economic pressures, whatever it is that's holding you down, that has a hand on you, pushing you down, look to the Lord, look to Jehovah, and he upholds, he lifts us up, he picks us up in his hand and brings us upward, puts some scaffolding with us or beside us to pick us up. So something to hold on to. In this life, things can be tough sometimes, obviously, but we certainly have a place or a person that holds us up in his hand, and so he's the one that cares for us and lifts us and gives us encouragement to go forward and to live our lives knowing that the Lord sustains us, the Lord holds us in his hand, the Lord gives us the strength we need to face the cares of each day. So God bless, God strengthen you in this day, and God give you all that you stand in need of in this day. Until next time.